In this weather forecast, we're going to talk about some active weather across the United States throughout the rest of the week. As a stalled front keeps the weather stormy and wet across the Gulf states, an associated cold front will push through the East Coast, steering Hurricane Lee into the Canadian Maritimes. As this situation unfolds, heavy rain will move from the Four Corners into Texas, bringing much-needed rainfall. Then, a new cold front will develop as it enters the Central Plains this week. These three weather anomalies will occur simultaneously and form a U shape, allowing for a large high-pressure dome to form in the middle of it, keeping the Great Lakes and Ohio Valley dry. To begin this analysis, let's take a look at the satellite imagery this morning. We can clearly see Hurricane Lee churning off the east coast of the US. At the same time, we're also seeing very active weather from the Four Corners all the way through the Gulf states and up the East Coast. This is all part of that big storm system which is playing a role in keeping Lee away from the US. Since there's just so much going on, to make this video easier to comprehend, I've created custom weather maps which will show the weather across the country day by day. Starting today on Wednesday, September 13th, a new storm system is already apparent across the western United States, which will help kick off scattered showers and storms across the region. A stationary front will bring heavy rain and even isolated severe weather to the Four Corner states through the Gulf states, which is connected to a cold front present over the East Coast. The area in the northeast shaded in black is at risk for flooding, with another area over Texas and New Mexico also at risk for flash floods due to heavy storms. The red shade is where severe weather is a threat. For Thursday, the new storm system will shift eastward. The existing cold front along the east coast will also make progress heading offshore. Lingering showers are still possible across parts of New England. The stationary front will remain parked across the south, allowing for another flash flood threat to develop mainly over Texas. Hurricane Lee will also begin accelerating north, bringing tropical storm conditions to Bermuda Island. As we go into Friday, the front will clear the east coast. The new storm system will start bringing some scattered rain and cloud cover to the central U.S., as the stationary front still remains parked across the southern United States. Hurricane Lee will be past Bermuda Island by Friday. Then by Saturday, Hurricane Lee will begin impacting New England and Nova Scotia with heavy rain and strong wind. This will allow for a flood threat to develop. The stationary front will still be stuck in place, with that new storm system making further advancements into the Great Lakes. If we switch over here to the GFS weather model, we can see that Hurricane Lee will move out pretty quickly over the weekend, with that new storm system racing across the Great Lakes into the northeast as we head into Sunday and Monday. The stationary front that was parked along the south will finally get pushed out on Monday and Tuesday as the low-pressure system exits the country. The weather pattern definitely looks very active over the rest of the week and into early next week, but obviously the weather will not stop there. Even though Hurricane Lee and these two storm systems will clear out of the picture by Tuesday, a new storm will follow quickly on its heels as it moves into the northwest, offering much-needed rain and even mountain snow. This will set the stage for the next large-scale storm system which would cross the country next week. This is all still pretty far out and we still have this week's weather to get through, so we won't be taking a closer look at this new storm on this video. Before we conclude this forecast, here's the rainfall you can expect throughout September 13th through the 18th. Light to moderate rain is expected across the Four Corners, the Central Plains, Gulf states, and up to the East Coast. The heavier totals are forecast across the Southern Plains, especially Texas, parts of Florida, and even New England into Atlantic Canada. If you're interested in staying updated on the progress of the weather this week and the weeks to come, definitely consider subscribing so you receive all my updates and live streams which help you stay aware of upcoming and ongoing weather events. Thank you for watching and I'll see you on the next video.